Jack.
Emily.
I didn't even get to.
Gigi.
Dwayne.
Yourself.
Jake.
Alrighty, and I'm Morgan. And today I'm going to talk to you guys about my informative speech, which is on what is a pharmaceutical rep and different facts about them. Alright, and so basically, my personality is someone who is able to talk to anybody and is able to get things done and be in an organized fashion. And I kind of realized this through our assignment through human metrics. And so pharmaceutical rep really matches my personality in that kind of way and makes it so that I know what I'm doing and I can make sure I can get things done. Alright, so my first experience with a pharmaceutical rep was when I was 15 and I was babysitting for a woman in my neighborhood. She was a single mom, but she had everything together. She was the most well put together person I've ever met in my life. And she was a pharmaceutical rep. She loved her job, she loved her life, and she was able to do everything she wanted to do. And I kind of wanted to be like that, and I knew that matched my personality and matched what I wanted to have in my own life. Alright, so today I'll be discussing with you what a pharmaceutical rep is and describing them, as well as the history behind pharmaceutical reps and the schooling requirements that go along with it. Alright, what is a pharmaceutical representative? Now, most people don't really know what they are because they never interact with them on a day-to-day basis unless you know someone who's in the field. They usually interact with different doctors and people who are in the medical profession. They deal with product sales, that is going from a pharmaceutical company to the doctors, and they usually specialize in a couple different fields or a specific product itself. They go to doctor's offices, present themselves, present their product, and try and sell it as much as possible and sell it to their consumer. So, according to prospects, they like to say that pharmaceuticals are a key link between medical and pharmaceutical companies. They are the middleman between everything. Alright, next I will go over the history of pharmaceutical reps, which is pretty brief. It's not that long ago, less than over really a century, maybe a little over a century. Now, direct-to-consumer products has been always at the center of controversy with most things because most people really they only see what they see on TV with most things. And so they're the middleman. They're the people that you don't see, you can't really put a face to the name. Now, in 1905, the American Medical Association established the Council on Pharmacy and Chemistry, so it's not very long ago, honestly. And this is all according to NCBI, which is the U.S. National Library of Medicine. And pharmaceutical representatives mainly began in 1906, and they expanded with three major pieces of legislature. So they haven't really expanded a whole lot, but they haven't really needed to. Now, although representatives are aimed at physicians primarily, advertising for prescription drugs has risen by 166 million in 1993 to over 4 billion in 2005, which is a massive jump in a little over a century. Alright, so the schooling requirements, which is sometimes the hardest factor to go over. Now, most people think that for a kind of job like this, you need a major or even a bachelor's in a specific field, but pharmaceutical rep is kind of different. You can do two sides of the coin on it. You can either do medical side or you can do the actual like sales and marketing and business. Now, specific courses you are kind of required to have is courses in pharmacology, dosage principles, and drug discussion and discoveries and mechanisms. So kind of going over what you would actually do. And some of the certifications you are advised to have is a CNPR, which is a very easy certification to get. And also the alternative routes, which is through sales and marketing and business. This is all according to Learn. And in conclusion, we've gone over the description of what a pharmaceutical rep is, what they do, and a nice quote from a certified website. We've gone over the history, which is the controversy, the 1906 beginning, as well as the changes in advertising has gone through. We've also gone over the schooling, the courses, certifications, as well as alternative routes you can take. Alright, so Eli Lilly is one of the biggest pharmaceutical companies in the world. They have been at the forefront of all the discoveries you've seen most of the time, and they're actually stationed in Orlando. They are the first company to actually commercially produce and distribute insulin once it was first discovered, and they've actually been at the forefront of a lot of stuff. Pharmaceutical reps don't always get the recognition sometimes they deserve because they're at the backside of it. Nobody really sees them unless you're in the medical office. Alright, and that's it. And go around to everybody else, please.
Mm.
See everybody.
You gotta turn him in.
It's me.